You want to know how I got these scars, Flandra? Well, Flandra, it all began a few days ago. Alice and I used to be best friends. You know, hanging out, making magic spells, you know, the whole shebang. Until one day she came home with a man. I couldn't believe it myself. That man had a lot of cards on him. And so day after day, Alice started to hang out with that guy more than me. I'm starting to suspect that she chose him because of the cards. You do have a ton of cards on you that I think Alice would be pleased to have in my possession. Flandra, there's no need to be scared. Just, look away or something. Oh, you won't even believe this. I didn't even need to use the knife. You know, when everything is done, they're gonna make a game about me. Never mind.
From its very conception, 100th Black Market was always to be known as Aunn Game. On July 21st, 2022, a post on the Touhou Yoyoma news website was released, and the Touhou community went wild over the strange new gameplay, the characters.
Dude, look, she has red eyes. Look at those red eyes. I can't. Red eye. Oh, she has red eyes. No way. Oh, and you can't forget her little feet.
All people could talk about on Twitter and Discord was how Marisa's eyes were somehow the evil color. You had people theorizing that Marisa would become the villain, an evil spirit possessed her, or maybe Mima is finally returning. The game was set to release a month later in August to celebrate the 100th Comic Head event, the convention where the man behind Touhou Project, Zun, would usually first sell the games. And as Judgment Day came, the Touhou community would receive root beer in the mail. The game was a success with the casual scene, but with the die-hard Touhou community, they saw it as something divisive.
A brand new Touhou game. She's incredible. Oh, is it any good? There's only one way to find out. Play.
The main meat of the story is how the ability cards are rising in value fast. It makes a lot more sense when you take a look at the previous game, Unconnected Marketeers, where Chimata Tenkyu was the ringleader behind these marketplaces. In the ending, she was forced to close them down, which led to chaos and anarchy in those streets. Marisa Kirisame noticed this phenomenon, so she set out to investigate this problem and to take those cards for herself. The gameplay follows you traveling across 6 markets, but they contain dangerous enemies and bosses that will make you cry. Thankfully, you have 2 mechanics to help you along the way. You'll earn dozens of ability cards to assist you as you progress, each with their own abilities and use cases. From those that make you more powerful, to those that make you a hospice patient. You'll build a deck of cards, and in order to collect them all, you'll need bullet money, which you'll get from the Magic Circle. It's Marisa's secondary line of defense that, while a tool for money robbery, is also a nice device to slow down bullets to save your life. Alright, you know the typical. Marisa continues her journey of fighting Earth's strongest demons, nearly getting her ass burnt in the process, until she came across the villain, Chimata Tenkyu.
I can't believe my market had to be shut down. I was building my retirement fund and my Roth IRA. I worked my entire life, dollar cost averaging in the S&P 500, and it was all gone, just like that. Bitch, please. I don't even know what a savings account is. You know what I do? I take stuff. I ain't seen no price tag.
I also stole this.
Chimata was surprised at how powerful Marisa became, so as compensation, she gave her the legendary one-of-a-kind $1 million card. The blank card. It's so valuable, it has nothing on it. You need to travel to one of the previous markets with the card to encounter who was truly behind the incident. Oh no, it's Saika Miki, Nitori Kawashiro.
Whoa. I'm not the evil one. She is. Here's the key to her castle.
Well, boys, we come to the end. We finally know who was controlling the black markets all along. Her name was Takana Yamashiro.
Oh, a great fool you are. It appears Lady Chimata has sent you. Unfortunately, I am unstoppable. Bet. Okay, I'll stop and close the market. Sheesh.
And yeah, it just ends there. No crying, no killing or any kissy stuff. Just it end.
At the very least though, you do get extra time to collect all the cards.
You get nothing for doing that, by the way.
Despite that, 100th Black Market would have been known for its upside down story and meticulously crafted gameplay mechanics. If it weren't for dog moms. Okay, let's talk a bit in depth about the card system. This game has 85 cards in total, which sounds splendid. But until you know that if you actually want to win at the game, then the list narrows down to like 6. I really mean it when I say that Aunn's card is the most broken thing in all of Touhou history. At first glance, it's really simple. It just increases the rate of your magic circle. Minecraft has the efficiency enchantment, which serves a similar purpose. But in survival play, the cap maxes out at level 5, but once you get one of your tools that high, it doesn't really feel that overpowered. The cap for Aunn's card is lower, as it maxes out at a level 3, but the big issue is when you collect a full deck, you gain the supernatural ability to turn off your brain. 100th Black Market is for hospice patients, so good on Zun for making a game catering to the geriatric demographic. Spamming your magic circle has never been easier, and to add to the cherry on top, Urumi's card has the ability to stop bullets when they're inside the magic circle. Collecting those 4 cards literally makes you unstoppable. I can talk about other aspects of the game, like how the fairy patterns are randomly generated, or that there are various bosses per stage, or how there is apparently an endless mode where you can test your skills. But I won't, because when I learned that you can abuse the Urumi strategy, that became the entire game for me. You want to win at the game? You better buy your Aunn cards. Except for when you fight Chimata or Nitori, but by that point, you would have so many slots open in your deck that having Aunn and Urumi's cards would be the bare necessity.
Marisa, you disgrace me.
Remember Marisa's red eyes? I set that up earlier to be the greatest plot twist that ever happened in the history of history. I remember when the game was about to be released. Everyone on Depression Birdside was talking about it, drawing art and all that. And when the game finally released, we did get an explanation about them. Nothing. Her eyes are red because... why not? I suppose Zun's thought process went something like this.
So like, dude, I was looking at my aggro lava lamp for the past 3 months, and then I realized that, oh shoot, I have a game to make. And I'm on a bit of a crunch right now, so I need to do this quick. I can't really make a tubular redesign, so Dude, she's so aggro! Oh my goodness, dude, I gotta tell my dude friends. Oh, her design is so tubular now, no way!
The launch of 100th Black Market was so underwhelming, it died in a week, and I'm not kidding when I say that. On the 2023 popularity poll, the game received 31st out of 58 works choices, above Mystic Square of all things. A really great and polished game that needs more love. 100th Black Market had everything in place to stand out. The gameplay was radically different, the cards are... unique. And at the very least, the story of Marisa's red eyes, while sad, gave the game some character and lore. But the game doesn't exist in anyone's minds anymore? And in my eyes, it's all because of the biggest issue plaguing it. The grind. No one likes grinding in games, and it sucks because it can be done right. In this game, the randomness ruins it because there are some fairy patterns that make replaying them fun and happy, while others are just straight up miserable. But when you learn that most cards pale in comparison to Urumi, it makes the grind pretty unrewarding. At the very least, you can sigh in relief knowing that your grind was pretty short. It may sound sadistic when I say this, but it could actually be rewarding if Ann's cards were toned back and Urumi's just didn't exist. As of late, I've been playing Mystic Square, and the juxtaposition of the game's progression is pretty fascinating to me. 100th Black Market was absolutely painful until I learned about the Urumi strat, whereafter I began feeling like grandma at the ER. With Mystic Square though, yeah, trying to beat it was hard, but learning how to deal with those quick attacks and inching farther and farther each time toward finally beating Shinki makes me feel rewarded. Now, you would expect me to say that 100th Black Market is an absolute garbage compactor of misery and say that
This disaster of a game is so lame, I want to play something else.
Like this masterpiece.
But no, I think you should play the game. It's the easiest to 100% completely. My proof?
I got something so cool. It's the chords. The chords are everywhere. They're trying to say you beat the bloody game. A great new stinking revelation. Oh, Zon, you're a great game designer.
This game was not a mistake. It was a first attempt at something new which had some major flaws. And I would be lying in saying that I did not enjoy spamming the magic circle of Ann's cards. I guess the most I can say for 100th Black Market is, it's a happy little accident. Hey, it ain't perfect, but it does have direction and magnitude.